Good evening.
Paris won a cup. Europe watched the sky go dark at midday.
A British man who has lived in Sweden for a quarter century is being told to leave because he has dementia and lost his case.
The things we thought were settled can change faster than we expect.
That is what today keeps showing us.
Paris Saint-Germain have won the Uefa Super Cup for the second year running. They beat Aston Villa in a tight match. The only goal came in the 62nd minute from Desire Dow. The video assistant referee checked whether he was offside before allowing it to stand. Villa put up a strong fight but couldn't find an equaliser. It means PSG continue their dominance in European competition this season. Adom Online reported this. Ukrainian forces have carried out a major attack on a Russian naval base. President Volodymyr Zelensky says his military struck the Novorossiysk base using drones, missiles and unmanned boats. Zelensky described the operation as part of significant battlefield gains. He said those advances are going exactly as planned. Novorossiysk is one of Russia's key naval facilities on the Black Sea. The attack shows Ukraine continuing to target Russian military infrastructure far from the front lines. The strikes come as fighting continues across eastern and southern Ukraine. Both sides have been trying to gain ground in recent weeks. Independent reported this. A rare solar eclipse swept across Britain and Europe today. The event happens only once in a generation. Thursday's newspapers gave the story their front pages. The Sunday and the Moon made headlines. Some papers called it the greatest show on Earth. The eclipse dominated coverage across the country. Millions looked up to watch the moon pass in front of the sun. Newspapers captured the moment with dramatic photographs and bold headlines. The celestial event brought people together to witness something most will see only once in their lifetime. BBC News reported this. 3 men are due to be executed on the same day in the United States. The executions are part of a wider trend. Death penalties are rising across America, but one state is driving most of that increase. The rise comes despite growing opposition to capital punishment. More Americans now question whether the death penalty should continue. Yet the numbers are going up, not down. BBC World reported this. A man has died in a truck crash on Jamboree Mountain Road. 2 other people were injured in the collision. The dead man is believed to have been in his 20s. Jamboree Mountain Road has vehicle restrictions in place. It's considered a notorious stretch of road. ABC Australia just in reported this.
A man in his 20s has died in a truck crash on Jamboree Mountain Road. 2 others were injured. That road has vehicle restrictions. American military families evacuated from Bahrain months ago are still waiting. The military has not decided what happens to the lives they left behind.
A South African judicial inquiry is being compared to a famous Italian play. An article has drawn parallels between the Madlanga Commission and Luigi Pirandello's work 6 Characters in Search of an Author. The commission is examining testimonies as part of its ongoing investigation. The comparison suggests the inquiry shares themes with Pirandello's play about competing versions of truth. The playwright's work explores how different characters present conflicting accounts of the same events. The Madlanga Commission is a judicial body in South Africa. Its proceedings have raised questions about how truth emerges when multiple witnesses offer different perspectives. The analysis appeared in the Mail and Guardian. Mail and Guardian reported this. Families are stuck in limbo. Sailors and their relatives were evacuated from US military bases in Bahrain months ago. They're still waiting to find out what happens next. The military hasn't told them when they can return or what will become of the homes and lives they left behind in the Middle East. Some have been in temporary housing since the evacuation. The uncertainty stretches on with no clear answers about their future. NPR US reported this. Paris Saint-Germain have won the Uefa Super Cup. They beat Aston Villa 2-1 in the season's curtain raiser. The match brought together the holders of Europe's two major trophies. PSG won it as Champions League holders. Villa had claimed the Uefa Cup. Luis Enrique's side came out on top, but the margin was narrow. The result extends PSG's dominance across European football. They continue to collect silverware at the highest level. Mirror Football reported this. The internet has changed the way people enjoy entertainment. Smartphones, tablets, and computers now give users easy access to games and sports content from almost anywhere. Digital platforms have made it simpler for fans to follow their favorite teams and players. People can also play games online without needing special equipment or visiting physical locations. The shift affects how audiences in Nigeria and across Africa consume sports and gaming. What once required a television set or a trip to a gaming venue now fits in a pocket. The technology continues to reshape the entertainment industry. Traditional forms of watching and playing are giving way to digital alternatives. Own Goal Nigeria reported this. A British man with dementia has been told he must leave Sweden after losing a court case about his right to stay in the country. Horace Mason is 74 years old and needs round-the-clock care for his condition. He has been living in Sweden for 25 years. The court has now ruled against him in his migration case, which means he faces deportation from the country where he has spent more than 2 decades of his life. Guardian Migration reported this.